Hi YouTube. Today I'm gonna make brushes out of my hair that I cut out of my head. Enjoy. So, the guy who invented paintbrushes in the 1400s was a guy named Cennino Cennini. I'm not even kidding. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that's literally the guy's name. Okay? He came up with it 600 years ago, alright? And I figure, why not make my own brush? If somebody's making their own brushes that long ago, I could probably make a way better brush now. But also, don't trust what I said about Cennino Cennini, because you know when you Google something and there's like 4 different answers, he's just like one of the 4 answers. Although the other guy was apparently like from the 1500s, so I was like, well, Cennino's from the 4. I did math, okay? It was Cennino. So you're probably thinking, like, what the heck are you doing? What am I even looking at? This is just a hairy, gross table. So I gathered my hair, right? And I was trying to get it to stick together. And so I found out by the advice of a friend in Discord that I should dunk my hair into a candle, and the wax kind of seals it. And it's kind of a good band-aid. Like, it's probably not the best method ever, but dipping your hair in like the wet part of the candle is actually like really useful. Oops, I dropped a hair. You're probably thinking, why is it covered in boogers, right? It's an adhesive. It helps it stick. And now I'm gonna test my brush out and see if I can paint something recognizable. Easy things. I don't want to paint anything complicated because, not gonna lie, my brushes aren't the best. They're not as great as I originally intended. Also, thank you for everybody that submitted a story to the short story contest. I'm actually going to finish reading all of them on stream this week, and I will probably send out that package within the next 2 weeks to the winner. So, we had a lot of wonderful submissions, so thank you so much. Winner will be announced soon. Join my Discord. It's weird how much media exists, right? Like, when you're a kid, you remember the games that stood out to you that you played, but there's probably series that you missed entirely. Like, I never played Sonic. I never played Zelda. I never played Donkey Kong. Like, there's just so many franchises I completely missed. I remember playing through Zelda in college, and it was such a cool experience. I don't know, it's really fun to experience something later. Like, it's never too late. I just played through all the Resident Evils on stream, and like, it's probably my favorite video game franchise now. So, I think that's fun and cool. And anyways, I'm painting Sonic, and I don't really know anything about Sonic, but I just think he's really cute and reminds me of one of my friends. Also, did you just see that I made a paintbrush out of a straw? Because I just made a paintbrush. It's on the screen still. Hey, Holden, turn around if you're a giant nerd lord. Freaking loser. Well, it's back to work. I decided to make a few extra brushes because I'm a quirked up little lady. Editing is really fun because even sifting through this footage, I'm like, oh, I used to have Sprites in my fridge, And at the beginning of this video, there was like an iced coffee on the table, and now I'm 11 days free from caffeine because I decided I hate it and I never want to have it again. So I don't know, it's like, even though the footage isn't that old, and yes, I'm a slow editor, it's like still a fossil, even a month later. I really wish I had a Sprite in my fridge is what I'm trying to say. So as you can see, I moved on to painting SpongeBob because, again, another recognizable figure. I've barely drawn the square, and you probably already know what that is. It's like, if you're gonna make a janky brush, like, pick something easy to paint. So, of course, I had to go with my boy Bobby Sponge. Before I forget, all my paintings are always for sale. You could also commission me. My website will be in the description, and you could buy any of these 3 paintings that will appear in this video. Each are $100, or you could buy all 3 for $250. This is a limited time offer, as these are very special hair paintbrush creations. Just had to throw that out there, okay? A girl needs more beef stew in the cabinets. My parents were super strict when it came to television and stuff growing up. Like, a little bit extreme. But the one thing we were allowed to watch that was, like, bad was The Simpsons. So The Simpsons holds a very special place in my heart because it was the first time I heard more crude kind of jokes, which I obviously grew to very much like. Although it's the worst when, like, you're watching an episode and your parents come in the room and it happens to be the most inappropriate episode to ever exist. That was always very painful. I love The Simpsons. I think Lisa's cooler than Bart, but Bart's probably easier to draw because Lisa got that spiky ass head. Something I also noticed when looking at my footage is because I'm left-handed, I'm like covering what I'm doing so much. Like I should probably put the camera on the other side, but I just like it on the other side, so I move my hand weird. Anyways, I'll figure it out. So I decided to make a lot more brushes because I didn't quite master it yet, but I wasn't exactly changing my technique. I was just dipping my hair in wax, and I don't even know if it was because I wanted to make brushes or because I kind of got lost in a trance of just cutting off hair and dunking it in candle wax and then applying wire in some weird way to attach it to a stick that I bought in a set of like 30. And I also thought like, oh, I'm just gonna waste all these sticks, so I might as well make more brushes. But then I had an even better idea. What if I mail my hair to my good friend Kyle in Indiana? This guy honestly really sucks, so I figured his brushes would look so bad compared to mine, I would suddenly have self-esteem again. So I packaged my hair and was on my way. I also decided to call one of my friends on the walk because sometimes company while you're going on a walk in the sun is really nice. Going outside reminds me that I'm a person that belongs to a society that belongs to the earth. Like, I think it's important to just remember that I am alive. And then I was able to capture this moment where I realized that something happened. The mailbox literally disappeared. Huh, where the f*** is the mailbox? I'm not even kidding you, it's not there anymore. What the Am I tripping? So of course, I did what I had to do, and I walked across the street to see what was up. I couldn't believe my eyes when I realized I wasn't in fact crazy and that the mailbox simply vanished. I didn't even know they ever did that, honestly. It made me sad that they got rid of the beautiful blue mailbox, but I figured they would still accept my mail and take it where it needs to go. So I said my goodbyes to the big blue mailbox that no longer exists, and then I decided to be on my way to the horse bargain store that I've been wanting to check out. As I was walking, I noticed a police car coming directly towards me. This made me nervous because of the several unpaid parking tickets I have. A few days later in Gobblesville, Indiana, my friend received my letter full of my hair. Turns out we don't need beautiful blue mailboxes after all. He took my hair out of the envelope and proceeded to sniff it before he got started. I'm not sure why he did that or decided to share that information with me. He proceeded to take out different tools and wires and tape to make some of the most beautiful brushes I had ever seen, and it was starting to upset me. Who does this guy think he is, honestly? I started to become extremely jealous when I saw these beautiful caterpillar creations and what he was able to do with them. At least I didn't have to live in Indiana. Like, he's putting jewels and crap, like... I mean, clearly the guy isn't humble at all with your little gemstones and all that you have to flex. He started making other characters per my request. He made a wonderful Hank Hill that you could see here. He started working on Ren and Stimpy. I really thought his Ren was unrecognizable, therefore making me the better artist. He claims I'm stupid, but his Stimpy's great. It was now time to name my brushes. Marlene and Clunk. Can't forget about Jennifer S. As well as CD Dodo, personal favorite, Glebe. Another lovely brush here, 37.2. Blister, as well as Geriatric. I love this brush named Corn Guy, as well as Fidelito. And last but not least, we have good old Bob Hoskins, as well as our boy Sod. Thanks for watching. These brushes suck, bro. Oh my god, like what the is this? Okay, this is what Sonic looks like so far.
Looks like with the hair. Okay,
Does it look good?
That's like sick, dude. It actually fast. I will say this. Fast as I will say this. You can tell that's Sonic, and that's not even a joke. You can tell that's Sonic.
That's the funny thing. You can tell it. It's like an impressionist Sonic. I kind of love it.
It's an abstract version of Sonic, and I actually like that.
Not what I was expecting.